Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the fifth Candid Talks with Moms. Today it's a Sunday, 8:30, and we're going to be talking to a very special guest whom I know personally as well, Swara Patel. She's also been my daughter's dance teacher. She's a wonderful human being, and today I have the opportunity to invite her to speak to you all about her journey. So bear with us for a minute while I bring Swara in to talk to us about her wonderful journey. I hope you all are all doing well. Slowly, steadily, things are getting to normal, and hopefully, one day we will all be able to meet in person too. Hi, Abnas. Thank you for joining. So, I'm going to bring Swara in. Hi, Swara. Welcome
Hi,
to the fifth Candid Talks with Mom.
it's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
So I have known you personally, and it's really been a wonderful experience knowing you as a person, as a human being, and the amount of passion that you have for your profession. So I'm not going to waste more time and going to hand it over to you to talk up to us about your journey, especially post motherhood.
For all the people who are watching and want to know, we run a dance academy called Rhythm with Happy Feet and also Bombay Ballet Company. So we specialize in teaching children Western dance. Um, um, the reason to be on this platform today because I started my journey as a dancer, not just as a dancer, dancing as a career, but I started my journey of even learning dance, sharpening my skill after my second child's birth. So my actually, when you call when Farida says motherhood to careerhood, my everything started after my motherhood. So that's what it is about. And now it's been 11 years since we started our company and 2 years of training. So altogether, you can say 13 years in this business, in this career of dancing. And it's been a wonderful journey. We've had a decent growth, you can say that. We have branches now for our creative program in Mysore and Ahmedabad. We have presence in 30 schools. Bombay Ballet Company has specialized and have really raised the level of ballet. I would really say in Bombay, our kids are doing really well. So
Yeah,
that's a little
definitely.
introduction.
So that's really nice, especially when you mentioned that your journey actually started post motherhood. So what was it that really inspired you to take up dancing as a profession?
So very frankly, I now today I feel that I was made to dance. They all of us are uh, born with something that makes you come alive or makes you feel alive, right? So this is
Yes.
what it is. But we always really a lot of time we're able to know that late in life, right? So
Mm.
so today I feel I was always born to dance. What inspired me was as a child, I could not really study well, so I was not very good in academics. So usually, you know how it is when you're not really good in academics. Those days, yeah, our parents would not understand. Today, so many parents don't understand. It's difficult for those time parents to understand that. And so nothing else mattered, right? Even if I would lock the room, lock the door, and would be dancing in the room the whole day, but it did not matter because I could not study. So, because I could not study, I could not pursue dancing because if you cope with that, that is when you can do other things. That's how it is. But as I
Yeah.
grew, somewhere, every time I watched some performances, every time I saw people on stage, especially the live shows, okay, not the TV, but the live shows, and I used to get good goosebumps. I used to have tears in
Hmm.
my eyes, and I feeling this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. Okay, this is an incident I have to share. So
Sure.
in my first month of pregnancy, there was a day before I delivered. Okay, a day before I delivered, Madhuri Dixit Aja Nachde had released. Yeah, Aja Nachde
Okay.
movie. Called Aja Nachde, right? I think so. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and was still driving till the last day. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know where I'm. My mother-in-law, yeah, she's just like a bomb to me. Saying, Mom, I don't know when I'm going to deliver. I'll not get this. I'm a big fan of Madhuri Dixit. Now I'll not get to see the movie. I drove, and just the day before, I watched the movie, and the next day I delivered. So somewhere I
Oh,
always
wow.
want to die. And after that, it's never ending story. I said I got so many goosebumps that I had to go for it.
Lovely. So when exactly did you said that you started when you had your second child. So obviously marriage is first of all, most of us have to put a full stop to our careers. But after marriage, having your second child and that to taking up dancing as a profession. So what kind of support system you got? What kind of support you got in order to pursue it?
That's a very important question because with two children, you definitely need support at home, at home.
Yes.
Otherwise, things can really not go your way, right? So my husband supported me really well. Even though, yeah, because dancing is not an easy career. A lot of hours of dancing, and your body gets very tired by the time you come back home, right? 5 6 hours
Yes.
of dancing, very tough. But somewhere, as I said, my husband could see those goosebumps, and my husband could see that passion which I was looking. He could clearly see that, and so he supported me in a way where it's so odd hours. I used to come back home at 10 o'clock at night. I used to leave at 3, come back at 10. But like
Okay.
there was no fuss made out of it about it. Um, he knew that these are the hours, this is the way it is, and by the time I come back home, I'm very tired. He knew that. So there was never asked. I was not asked or um, um, to be at home at certain time because I understood
Okay.
how deeply I felt for dance by then. But to tell you a little bit, it's definitely, even though you get your husband's support, it was really tough because then that meant that even I extend myself as much at home. I get done everything before I leave the house, including picking, dropping off children, making their food, all the meals, getting up early, cooking in the evening meal also, everything. Yeah, everything was
Wow.
sorted before I left at 3. So it was a mutual thing. When you really do what you're supposed to do, people also extend their help. If you're just going to leaving things back home, it's not going to work for you. So it just worked out very well.
Yeah. So that must be a lot of extra hard work that you had to do.
So you won't believe, Farida, there was one mom. Once I started my own dance academy, and there was one mom who was also very passionate of dancing, and she came to me and she said, so she was dancing with us, yeah, and training, and she said, I want to go for intensive training at a professional company. So, and then she asked me, do you think I should do it? And my first, ideally being a dancer, and I have done it, my reaction should be yes, go for it. But that was from a what advice I gave her was without thinking. The first thing which came to my mind, and I told her, no, is if you want to dance for 5 6 hours, it's going to be very very tough. And then immediately I realized, what am I telling this? Why am I saying this to her? I did it. If I could do it, why can't she do it? Yeah. But that
Right.
question brought back all the memories which I had. It was not that easy because my
Yeah.
body was also recovering from pregnancy from a year, and it just
Wow.
flashed through my eyes. That, oh my God, I did so much, and then I changed the whole thing. And I said it's going to be tough, but I'm sure you can do it. But that was a instantaneous answer which came from within. But it takes a lot. It
Yes,
takes a lot.
because yeah, definitely. You feel that what I can do, the other person can do, but maybe not in the same circumstances. Not everybody can put in that kind of hard work and
Yeah.
do exactly give that kind of devotion also. But I guess somewhere it is the passion that matters. If you're really passionate, you will put all that you have into it.
Things fall in place.
Yes, yes. So, I believe you all are also doing a lot of dancing with children. So, what is your understanding when it comes to making children dance? How is it different from making children dance and making adults dance? Is it a lot of a different? Is it something very different, or I don't know? Would you like to share something on that?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me tell you why we specialize in teaching children dance. The right time to answer this is while I was training, I really got to know the nuances of teaching dance or what dance is, right? Small things. And I was a mother, so I know what a child needs, right? The both the sides.
Yes.
And I started for a dance class for my child. And
Oh,
somewhere, even the for beginning, um, I was not convinced because either the kind of music they were using was not age appropriate, the filmy music, lyrics I would not want my daughters to dance on. The dancers were amazing, I have no doubt. They were dancing really well, the teachers, I mean to say. But they were such young dancers, so they knew what to teach, but they did not know how to teach. And
okay.
coming now, this is the answer coming. Your question is being answered right now. So with children, you really have to master in how to teach. You can know what you
Oh,
teach. You can be master in what you teach. You can have all the content in the world. Huh? But if the how is missing, it will not work. So if you have to be a teacher first, and then you become a
right.
dancer. Then you touch a child, and that's when um, you are able to see with children. Attention span is a problem, right? It's
Yes.
natural; they have less attention span.
Yes.
Secondly, the brain is growing, the body is growing. So even with their brain, understanding is not as much as an adult. So the language which you use, the speed at which you deliver, how much you squeeze it in the class, how you make it. So ballet is a classical dance form for a lot of people
Yes.
who not it's a Western dance form, just like how we have Bharatanatyam or Kathak is Indian, so Western classical form. So ballet, if you make it very because it's, you know how classical dance are taught, right? Even at four
Yes.
or 5 year old, it's made very tedious.
Yes.
Sometimes it made very very tedious. I really cannot understand. After all, it's a dance form, but you're teaching a child that he should not forget. So till the time you
Yes.
don't nurture the love for dance and you
Yeah.
you you present it in a way where child develops the love for the dance and then slowly make it tedious. I don't understand why do you have to make it tedious at level one, yeah, or
Right.
zero level. Why do you have to make it? So there is a lot of difference in. Secondly, with adult, that was the first difference which I said. The second is um, it overdo can harm the body, right?
Yes.
The joints are growing. Yes, the joints are growing. When your body and your joints and your bones are growing, there are certain things you do, there are certain things you don't do. Um, so a lot of time I see in many big dance academy, child artists who are really, really good. Yeah, they're dancing for hours together, and by the
Yeah.
time they reach their teenage, the body is completely gone. So like how we study, right? When we study slowly progress in a subject. Can you like you're not
Yes.
going to study for 5 hours, right? So you
No.
slow think dance is something that a child needs to grow with if you want to pursue professionally, right? And you cannot break your body by dancing many hours when you're very young. The growing body is going through immense changes. So that is second thing which a teacher has to keep in mind: the growing body and the growing mind. So these are the two things mainly which are very different. I can add a third point, which is the um, like for an adult, a 16-year-old to 25-year-old can all be in same class, and they will
Okay.
kind of take the instruction in similar manner.
Mm-hmm.
When you go with children, you cannot have a 4-year-old and 12-year-old in same class. So the age
Oh,
classification has much more. So it is like 3 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 12. It goes like that. Then the class becomes effective there is a difference.
So it is all age appropriate, and that's a very good thing that you have, highlighted here, because I'm sure many of the mothers who are listening, dance is something which is very natural in most of the children, and they need to ensure that they select the right institute for their children to pursue dance, and not to push them for so many hours, like you're saying. Even if they love it, the body needs that kind of the rest and all. So coming to your next profession that you've already mentioned in the post, that you're also into early childhood education. So when did that start? I'm sure somewhere it's both got a good blend, because you're teaching children also. So how did that come up, the early
So, you know,
childhood education?
yeah, so you know what happened was, so let me tell you, I own a preschool in Kandivali. The preschool is called
Okay.
Bloomville. Yeah, it's called
Wow,
Bloomville.
lovely.
So, as I started studying dance and not just learning dance. So, because I wanted to really understand how to teach a child and how to progress and what are the levels, which was really missing here. And when I started studying movement and child development, I realized they're like this. Yeah, they're
Okay.
completely. So you will be surprised that just by moving for 1 minute brings 15% more oxygen to the brain. And so when you're sitting for
Okay.
hours together in school and move 1 minute, and you know what happens when there is more oxygen in the brain? You learn better.
Yes.
Yeah, so you learn better. Overall, you feel good. Everything is good. So movement and child development are very closely knit. You
Okay.
won't believe even when people little children with learning difficulties, uh,
Yes.
they undergo occupational therapy. Now, what is
Yes.
occupational therapy? Occupational therapy, they may move, making children move. They're doing cross lateral, they're
Yes.
making them bound. What is it? It's all movement. Yeah. So,
Right.
as important as it is for a child who's struggling to learn, it is as important for every child who is learning for them to learn better. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, I so so from you always discover your next passion through something. So through dance, I
Yes.
discovered that I'm very passionate about early childhood development. And after those movement, dance, and that just takes so well.
Right.
And so
Right.
we have a very beautiful curriculum for 3 to 6 year old. It's called Dance and Creative Movement, which is
Okay.
in many schools, 30 schools and many centers. This program has absolutely very age appropriate music. There is something called as kinesthetic. Kinesthetic is learning through movement. So the kind of
Yes.
songs we use, they teach them all the concepts they need to learn. Like they learn about nature, they learn about being healthy, they learn about everything they think of. They learn through that. So it's a kinesthetic
Wow.
based dance.
Wow. That
So
is really
that's how.
interesting to know. Super. I wish you all the very best and lots of progress for this, and all of those who are listening. Maybe you're listening right now and later on also. You can all reach out to Swara to learn a little more about what this is all about. It's really interesting. So coming to my final question to you, Swara, is since the group is all about mothers, what is that one tip you have for the mothers in the group? And if somebody wants to pursue, like you just said no to somebody, a mother who wanted to dancing, but if somebody really wants to pursue either dancing or early childhood, what would your advice be to them?
So it is not a no for sure. Okay. So I would take that back for sure.
Take that back.
Um, so my one advice is to believe in your dream and take one step at a time. So when I say take one step at a time, a lot of time we get very restless to do everything together, and
Yes.
then we're not able to manage anything. The house goes for a toss, everything, and you are for a short time doing this a lot, but you will not last for longer time. So
Yes.
as other we feel that oh my God, I will lose out on time, but we have a lot of time to us. We have lots of time. still left to do many more things even after being mom. Yeah, there's a lot of time. You feel right now the time is going away, but no. See, today I have been running this academy from last 12 years. I started when my second daughter was 1 year old. I started, you see this place, it's the house studio. I started
Yes.
my dance academy in my house, my home. And I took few classes, then little by little, then little by little. So this is the best time which you can have. That is, you sit at home and learn. Yeah. Right now, so I am learning semi. So there is somebody called Inet. Okay. So I met her so I was also in the top 20 in DID Supermom. So I met Inet during Dance Air Dance Supermom, and I always wanted to learn semi-classical from her. Yeah? I
Okay.
never got a chance. How do you travel doing so much? And it's so wonderful. Now I'm learning semi-classical from her, sitting at home. So all the mother, believe in your dream, take one step at a time, and you will definitely get what you really want. And this is the best time. Use it sitting at home, and you can learn anything you want. You don't need to be anywhere. So when I wanted to learn dance, what I did was I made a whole list. I found just that I called them, and I got the whole list of dance academy out, and I saw my area very close, like 10 minutes travel. Then I saw the timing of all the batches, and I went to a dance academy which the time which I had, I could not choose my dance academy. Yeah, I had to
Okay.
just, yeah. So I had 5 to 6 free, 5 to 6:30 free. I just saw where there is a class available between 5 to 6:50 and went there. Yeah, because the traveling. And just imagine right now we have recorded classes to learn from, which didn't have that time. So if you really
Yes.
want to dance, you can just sit at home and learn and use this time well.
Definitely. I mean, I guess this pandemic in its own way has opened a lot of other opportunities for people who had never even thought about it. Same for me. I never ever dreamt that I'll be taking workshops with children. I used to always feel no, children need that personal attention and this and that. But here I
Yeah,
am doing my workshops from my home, and actually it is not no traveling, no spending money on the menu, nothing.
and saving
So
so much.
it's so much time, and at the same time you're paying attention to your house and your child, so you're not neglecting anyone. So I guess if people want, they can make the most of even the worst of opportunity, worst of situations, and make the best out of it. So, and even my candid talk started during this pandemic, and so I'm so happy to have you here chatting with us. Thank you so much, Swara. You really are an inspiration. I also love your energy, and hopefully one day I can also dance again, because I also love dancing.
We
So,
will dance together.
yes,
We
yes.
will dance together.
Yeah. So thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and I really, really wish that this talk inspires somebody to follow their passion and follow their dream.
Definitely. Thank you. Bye for now. Good night.
Bye bye. Good night.
Bye.